Cancer, this is your September and October horoscope for everyone who have their ascendant and the moon in Cancer, but particularly the ascendant, the rising sign as we call it, is very important. Make sure you find out your ascendant sign if you know your time of birth and listen to the prediction of that sign. So what do these 2 months bring? And I've coupled them together because they're somehow connected. You know, the trends flow from one month to another. And the first thing that is very important is that from September till the middle of October approximately, Mercury will stay in your 4th house, and this happens rarely. This happens very rarely that Mercury stays for such a long time in one particular house because it gets retrograde there. And actually for Cancers, this will be very auspicious transit for most Cancers, hopefully. Because when Mercury gets retrograde and stays for such a long time in your 4th house, the 4th house is the house of fortune, the house of property, the house of things that make us secure in the long term, that give us foundation in life. And when Mercury becomes retrograde there and stays for 2.5 months, people usually start thinking about bringing more security in their life in the long term. And it's not necessarily only money. It's usually very much centered about bigger fortune in life. And often I've seen people start businesses, so people start thinking of plans how to increase their fortune in life, and the universe also can bring it to them if they have it naturally given by birth to have more fortune in life. This will be one of the periods in your life which this process gets triggered for you. Starting from September, especially intense in October, and by November, by the end of November or the middle of November, you should start seeing the results of this. And often, as my teacher says, people even try to get into get-rich-quick schemes, which often they never pay. But you know, you have a chance to increase your fortune and your stability in your life right now. And it can be very important time where in September and October until November you're starting a process of signing some documents or papers connected to property, connected to home, connected to your personal fortunes overall, and maybe some negotiations in that area of your life that is happening as well. And some people might even buy property. When Mercury was retrograde in my partner's 4th house, I think we bought a property, yeah. So it's very auspicious time even for relocating to some different place or rearranging your home and life environment. The 4th house rules the home, your environment around you, making it more efficient somehow, making it more ordered around you. And it can be also a time of very intense and important conversations that you lead with your family, with people in your family, with parents, with your personal family as well that you've created. Something you're rearranging something in your home environment, you're rearranging something in your family. And it might get a little bit more dogged around October and things might slow down, but by November you'll have finished this process more successfully. So it's important time for documents, for for making some contracts or negotiations or conversations or business deals which will increase your fortune overall in life, which will increase your, the 4th house rules the buried treasures one has that one can fall back on at any time. Okay, so that's one of the trends that is happening. And October is particularly important for this period. And Venus is coming in October to also help in regards to home matters, in regards to fortune matters, in regards to building a foundation in your life which gives more stability in the long term for you around October. And Venus, before that in September, Venus is in your 3rd house, Cancers, which means that wherever Venus is, it brings us this place brings us more joy, more pleasure, brings us more fun, let's say. And 3rd house rules communication. So in September, you might be having some positive development, some good news that comes to you through communications, through information, some good contacts, maybe some friends call you, you haven't heard from a long time, and you get in touch with them. Maybe you have more phone conversations, which this is how you might be able to relax, or just hanging out on social networks and group and exchanging information or reading the news or the internet, this 3rd house. And when Venus is there, this is what gives us, soothes us. Venus is the nurse. This is what gives us a sense of fulfillment a bit more. So when you're feeling a bit more tense in September, open up your Skype, open up your Facebook, call a friend, communicate with someone, go for a walk, speak with some neighbors, you know. It's not those deep relationships you form, but it's those more superficial relationships that give you some information, you exchange some information, some conversation, and this will lift up your spirit. It's positive time also for travel in September, because third house rules moving, mobility. And Venus Day, if you go on a trip in September, it will tend to be very pleasant. You might have some pleasant experiences there, even some romantic experiences. And then Venus moves into your fourth house in October, and again we said it brings you more emotional happiness within, because fourth house rules emotional happiness, and also can be positive for home matters, for matters of property, again as I said, family matters. Spending time with your family in October will be a sense of more calming you down, sense of more affection. You can receive more affection from your family. You can get to your roots again. You can reconnect affectionately to your roots, to your past. You can re-examine some of the things of the past, and this will bring you joy. You might even be a bit more reminiscent of the past when Venus is in your fourth house. But this is soothing for you. And spending time at home, doing private things at home, you know, maybe just reading, maybe just relaxing, maybe buying some good furniture for your flat, maybe redecorating a little bit. Venus can very much help you in October do this. And towards the end of September, there is one very auspicious aspect happening in your second house, Cancers, which is money, which is resources and money. Fourth house is like long-term fortune type of thing, like property, you know, like vehicles, the luxury things. While second house is money, the resources we possess, the possessions we have. And Jupiter is receiving a really auspicious aspect from Uranus towards the end of September, the beginning of October. So around this time, there might be like some windfall. This aspect is rare. It happens rarely. You know, it happens once every 5, 6, 7 years. Not sure when the next time it will be, but it will repeat 3 times for you within the till next summer, basically, till 2015, till July. The first time is in September, then I think again it hits around February or March, and then again it hits around June, July 2015. So now something can come to you, some windfall, particularly financially, maybe some present, something material that you can get into your life, even unexpectedly, or even maybe some money you were expecting can come to you right now, or some windfall that you didn't expect financially to make you feel a bit more financially stable, or bring some new opportunities for you financially. This process starts from September, continues, and watch out what comes to you in regards to finances or possessions, or tangible material assets towards the end of September, or from the middle of September and till the end of September or the beginning of October. Watch it out, because whatever comes now can bring you new opportunities for you till next summer, till July 2015. It can come back again on the second hit and on the third hit. So stay tuned, watch out the omens. Maybe some new opportunity for financial growth will be presented to you around the end of September, which if you take advantage of you can develop it through February, March, and towards June, July can give it results really positively. So yeah, be open to such opportunities. Another interesting thing that is happening with you Cancers is that Mars is the planet of fight, is the planet of energy, goes into your 6th house from the middle of September, continues to be there till the end of October, so almost the 2 months. And Mars loves being in the 6th house, because Mars helps you be more. Mars can put you in more fights now when it's in the 6th house, but these are fights that you can resolve, and these are fights in which you can overcome the enemy. So maybe if you're in some court case, when Mars goes into your 6th house, especially if your ascendant is in Cancer or rising, it can help you overcome, it can help you win over the competition. If you're in some competition with someone, when Mars is in your 6th house, you have more strength to fight the others. You have more strength to overcome your enemies, because 6th house rules your enemies. 6th house rules also debts. And when Mars goes there, we try and tackle those. We try and tackle anything that we owe to someone, or some debts you might consolidate, or you might start making important steps towards overcoming those debts. And Mars and the sixth house also rules hard work and responsibilities, and Mars is a very energetic planet, and we need to be energetic about our responsibilities and our duties. So a lot of you in September and October will be working a bit more harder even. Will be having more work done, usually more duties and responsibilities they have to tackle, and oftentimes these are not the most pleasant. But by the end of this process, by November, when Mars comes out of your sixth house, you'll have tackled a lot of problems in your life, particularly practical, material problems, which is sixth house rules those. Maybe fixing something that needs fixing, maybe doing some job that requires more of your energy, more of your strength and your courage, which by the end of October you'd have finished. And also, sixth house rules health and health regimes and routines. And when Mars is there, a person has more willpower, because Mars rules willpower, to apply themselves to improve their health in some way by starting a workout regime. This is a great time to start workout regime, to improve your daily routines in some way, to be more initiative with your daily routines and your responsibilities as well. But if you're not taking good care of your health, when Mars goes into your sixth house, which is the house of illness, you might be besieged by health problems like pains or certain accidents or little things breaking down in your body, your body giving you signals that it's time to change those health regimes. So watch out from September, from the middle onwards, to the end of October. Is there any health problems that crop up? Because those health problems that come up when they're triggered by Mars in the sixth house, it means that they can be repaired through changing your lifestyle, through changing your health, workout, exercise, the food you eat, the way you sleep, how many hours you sleep, or what you drink or what you eat as well. And these are not problems that are unresolved. These are not chronic disease. And even if it's something that is chronic, it can be repaired. If Mars in the sixth house sends you the signal, if you do something about it health-wise, you can overcome this. Okay, another interesting thing, let's say what October is eclipse season, and you're going to start feeling it from September, because an eclipse is felt a month before and a month after. So September, October, these can be very emotional periods for a lot of cancers, because eclipses particularly strongly affect cancers, every eclipse, because cancers are very sensitive to the energy of eclipse. So around the 8th of October and around the 23rd, I think, of October is the other eclipse. This is when you might be feeling much more sensitive. A week before that, a week after that, so probably the most of October. Some cancers will feel quite more sensitive, a bit more emotionally, on the edge. Like there is a sense of change happening. When eclipses come, big changes start happening in life. And in your case, the first eclipse at the beginning of October falls in your 10th house. So there might be some fruition. 10th house is project, career, social status. So there might be some fruition, and because it's a lunar eclipse means that something has played out, has reached its fullest potential. So something a project you've been working on can finally reach its full potential and can come to fruition. And it will be time after that to let it go. Or you might realize that the work that you've been staying on is no longer satisfying for you, or it's no longer, it's played its role, or some authority figure that is in your life has played its role, and it's time to move away from them, because lunar eclipses, they give a sense of detachment. Okay, I've done this, it's been long enough in my life, I can let it go now. But on the positive, it can first bring something to fruition, it can bring something to completion, maybe some project you were working, something to do with your status, with your authority, with your career, but at the same time there is a sense of letting it go after that. So this is what I see for cancers. Interesting months. I hope I covered all the topics that were, yeah, I think I did. Let me just check something. Oops. Yeah, so this is it, Cancers. Thank you very much. And eclipse time, don't worry, changes are necessary. Eclipses come here to bring to us changes which are a long time overdue. And even if it's something from the outside, it's kind of a fated event. Particularly for Cancers, it will be very much connected to their social status and to their, career in some way. But at the same time, this Mercury being for 2.5 months in your fourth house will bring you a new chance for fortune, for stronger foundation in your life. So important month, September, particularly October, really, really important, intense month for Cancers, and financially it can give quite positive results by the end of the process. Thank you.